What's up? It's Lip Service. I'm Angela Yee.
I'm Gigi Maguire.
I'm Stephanie Santiago.
I'm Mora.
Oh, and I'm Amber.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Amber Rose is a well, you're not a virgin to Lip Service. We kind of popped your cherry.
Yes.
Now that I think about it.
My first interview ever.
It's funny because I didn't know if she would remember that, but back when I was on Sirius, Amber Rose was on, and this was like, I was like, well, what do people? She's like, I'm just a bald-headed bitch from the videos.
Yeah. Girl, that was crazy. I was so nervous. Like, I forget who like booked that for me, but he just told me what to say. Because I was just young. I had no idea what to say in an interview.
And I remember after that interview, and then everybody was like, who's Amber Rose? Like, we want to hear from her. And so many media outlets hit me up and was like, do you mind, like, if we use a part of this interview? Because that was kind of the only time people had heard you,
Actually speak.
talking at first. And
well,
then,
that was before I became famous.
Yeah.
That was way before I became, like, no one knew me at all.
right.
Literally, yeah.
And it was a good time. I was like, because I remember seeing Amber Rose. I was like, that's Amber Rose. That was,
Right.
So, and look at us now.
Crazy.
How far we've come.
Yes.
Right. So let's get into it, because I just feel like, first of all, I'm glad that you came up here. I feel like this is like the perfect platform.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
We've definitely been waiting for this day. It's highly anticipated.
Yay,
Because we know
I'm
you're going to give us
excited.
everything we need, child.
Yeah. Give me all the smoke. I'm ready.
Because I always feel like the Slut Walk and Lip Service is like aligned.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because even the reason why, before I had Lip Service, it was a segment on Cypher Sound Show on Sirius. It was called Slut It Out. Mm-hmm. And so the whole point was like for women to be able, and it was like regular, like one woman was a receptionist, one woman was a lawyer, just to come on and just talk about sex.
Right.
And for men to understand, because a lot of guys told me they learn how to eat pussy off of listening to Slut It Out and then Lip Service. You know, because that's not always, like, guys, where do they get that from?
Right.
Like, where do they hear how to eat pussy from other than
From their homies,
from their
and they all
friends.
do it
Right.
wrong.
And everybody
they all
does
do
it
it
wrong.
wrong.
And then we have
Yeah.
to teach them.
Right.
How many guys have you had to teach to really eat your pussy the right way?
You know what? Okay, this is bad, but I don't really teach people how. If you're not good at it, I might just be cool with it. But when you're good at it, like, you know, it's amazing. I think I don't say anything, but I'll tell you, like, I'll move in a certain way.
No,
I feel
baby.
like when I was younger, I used to teach guys exactly how I wanted to get my pussy ate, but then they go off and they're eating
Move to the
everybody's
next.
pussy.
Yeah.
Well, everybody
So
don't like
I
the
was
same.
like-
Everybody don't like the same thing,
No,
but I'm
but,
definitely
you know,
a pussy professor.
Like,
I've taught
show
plenty.
them, yeah, exactly. You show them how to make a woman come, and now everybody's like, they just spreading around your tricks. So I decided to stop teaching guys a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it's important to vocalize. I've never been that great at, like, saying, I don't like this, I do like this.
Right.
I feel like I'm more like,
I actually don't like head at all.
what?
I don't.
I think I heard you say that before.
Yeah,
And
I
my
don't
friend
like
Jasmine is the same way. Shout out to Jazzy Poo. She hates it.
Yeah, it's just not good.
never liked
What
it.
don't you
Don't
like
like it.
about it?
It just doesn't feel good.
You ever think it wasn't done right?
No, I've talked them through it and stuff. It's
And
just
still.
not.
You ever came from it, though?
No.
Okay.
Damn, that sucks.
Have you ever met a guy who doesn't like head?
No.
I didn't like it until somebody did it right, though. I will say that. Like, because guys would try to do it, and I'd be like, nah, I'm good. But then when somebody did it right, I was like, okay, I do like it. Because there's some guys that are really good at it, and like, you know, and then there's some guys that just, I don't know if it's like the shape of their teeth or whatever.
Oh my God.
That's the only way.
man.
That's the only way growing up I thought a woman could orgasm is by a man. You know, giving
Eating her
head,
pussy?
eating her out. Yeah, like I said, my 21-year-old's dad. Like our whole relationship, I never came in during intercourse. It was like only I thought it was only when he gave me head. The guy after him, who was a much older guy.
He knew what he was doing. He rocked that boat.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you remember your first orgasm?
I definitely was in my 20s for sure.
Pass me a water.
Yeah, it wasn't earlier than that. It's like mid 20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it like life changing? Like, oh shit, I do like.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've been giving myself orgasms forever.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, as far as like a guy, yeah, it was like mid 20s. Mm-hmm. It was nice.
It was nice. Because I remember, I think the first orgasm I ever had was from oral sex. Like the first, I was in college. And he wasn't like my man or anything, but he was just really good at it.
That's
Shout out to
interesting.
him.
Yeah.
My
She said
first
shout out to
orgasm came from masturbating,
Same.
right?
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm asking you, Laura. That you thought masturbating or a guy eating you out, right?
Yeah, I wasn't
You wasn't
masturbating
masturbating? Oh,
at that because I was
poor baby.
16.
Oh, because
I was masturbating at like 8.
I was
Yeah.
Girl,
masturbating
me
at like
too.
8.
Yeah, no. But
Oh, yeah.
okay, so wait, time out. I wasn't masturbating, but I don't know. You know, in the water, like when you're in the bath, the
jet-
and the
That's
water
a
run.
masturbating.
That's a masturbation.
Okay, that, but not like with my hands. I thought that was my masturbation.
Did you have a conversation like about sex with anybody in your family when like did they ever have that birds and the bees talk with you?
Girl, hell no.
Yeah, me neither.
No, never.
That's a shame.
Me either.
My mother gave us the birds and the bees. She gave it to me and my sister together. Me and my sister are like 7 years apart. So I don't know, something happened with her and my sister, and I'm like 6 getting the birds and the bees talk. Like, what? Like, what?
You're 6.
What's happening right now?
That might be
and
too
she's
young.
like, just
Yeah,
protect
that's young.
yourself. She's telling my sister, but you know, we were always together. It was always us 3. So, you know, I'm like 6 listening to the birds and the bees talk. Protect yourself, and you
That's
know,
good, I guess.
don't let anybody take advantage of you. If anybody touches you, tell me. You know.
That's important. If anybody touches you,
Right.
tell me.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
kids know that.
Yeah.
For sure.
But you know what I will say about kids nowadays, they see so much more.
Yes.
Like I think for us growing up, we didn't have access to a lot of things. And I know like, you know, with your kids, I know you have to think about that too. Like they
Yeah, I don't let my kids sleep out at all. But there can be 100 boys at my house sleeping over.
okay, because you know everybody's safe.
Yeah, I keep an eye on them 24/7. So yeah, I don't let my kids sleep out at all.
Listen, my parents didn't really let me spend the night out, but they did let people come over to my house.
Right.
But I have an older brother, and that was the other thing too. My older brother, his friends used to always try to talk to me when I was young. So they would be at the house and they would be like, but I wasn't really interested in boys like that when I was younger. I thought it was nasty. Like, I was like, ew, get away from me. But I did used to make my Barbie and Ken doll have sex.
You know what? They was playing house.
Nobody did that?
No,
Okay.
me and my
Damn, y'all shaming me.
They was having sex.
no, don't feel bad. Me and my
Except Ken had
sister
a hump.
used to
He didn't
have
have no
our
penis.
Barbies having
They both had
sex.
home. They was scissoring.
Yeah.
And she couldn't do this. She had to do that.
They was
And
like,
like,
Yeah,
I
'cause
don't know.
Ken dolls
Maybe
ain't have no penis.
we're just have something wrong with us. I don't know.
Is that
Mommy and
messed
daddy
up that
time.
Ken dolls didn't have a penis?
I think that was
should
messed up.
not
That's
have had a penis.
confusing.
No,
Because
they should not have
they
a
look the
penis.
same.
It was like a little bump. It was more of a bump.
Right.
than
Like you had
the-
an
than the
underwear
Barbie.
on.
Because
Yeah.
Barbies had breasts and everything.
Barbies did have
That
breasts.
is true.
They didn't have nipples, but they had breasts.
They have butt
And
cracks.
they had no hair.
They did have butt cracks.
They had butt
laser
cracks.
Barbie had laser. She put us on.
And then you saw how they're trying to ban that song "Natural Woman"
That's so annoying.
by Aretha Franklin. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You make. They said it's
So-
like anti-LGBTQ.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
saying that there's no such
gosh.
thing as a natural woman.
She's dead now. Let her just.
Right.
Yeah,
That's just her legacy. It's
the
old.
I'm sorry, it's the trans women that have a problem with it because they're saying like.
But I feel like
women
not
are
all of
women.
them. I feel
I
like
get it.
somebody said it, and then because I don't think that's what she meant. Like she didn't mean
At
like.
all. She was
I
at
don't think
all.
I don't think we have to decipher what she meant at this point. It's like she's the legend. She's, you know.
Yeah.
The song is older than all of us.
Yeah, it's not like anything new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I could see if something new came out, okay, fine. But that song is old as dirt.
I feel like people just want to always have something to say. Just like how they're mad at Beyonce for performing in Dubai. And they're saying that because of their rules and laws against the community that she shouldn't have performed there. And it's just like, what? Make it make sense.
She got paid $25 million.
Make it make sense.
Anybody
For an
will go
hour.
there and get that money. I'm sorry.
All the people mad would be like, well,
She can't change the laws out there. She's gonna go get her
Right.
money.
And there's plenty
Like,
of places in the United States that have laws against the community as well. So
Right.
you gonna be mad when she go there too?
Right.
Like
Beyonce's like, I'm good. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
even thinking about y'all.
Beyonce don't even hear them. We hear it for her.
Right.
right.
Now, let's talk about a few things, Miss Amber Rose, with
Okay.
you. Since we're just talking about money, being who you are, and even like earlier on, you know, guys have always liked you. You've always stood out because of your look, right? Has anybody ever been in your DMs or offered you money like, hey, I want to pay you to come go out with me or do something?
No, not in exchange for sex or anything.
Or like a date? Like, I'll pay
Yeah.
you.
Oh, yeah. Guys. Yeah.
You
guys,
had to have.
Yeah, guys. They're girl.
Because men will do anything. You could probably have crazy offers.
Yeah,
Just to
but it was
sit next
always
to
like
them.
they wanted just to like take me shopping or like give me like a watch or, you know, sometimes
Surprise me, like,
yeah,
yeah,
the
but-
first, second date, just like shopping sprees and stuff, showing off, shit like that.
And did you ever go on them shopping sprees?
Girl, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So tell me, what's the most you ever, like, let's just say you went on a shopping spree. What's the most shit you ever got?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, probably $250,000 shopping spree.
Wow.
That's nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
It was a very good time.
Yes.
I had tears in my eyes and everything.
You were like, thank you.
Yeah.
Did
It
you
was
like him at
crazy.
least or no?
Yeah.
That was gonna be
Okay,
my
well, that's
question.
good. At
Like, was
least
it
you
somebody
like
that you was like involved with, or was it like somebody that
Yeah.
you had kind of just met?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's great.
You were like, shit is lit.
Yeah. It was very nice.
Goals.
Have you ever had to try to force yourself to like somebody? Because I find that when I was younger, like people look good on paper and you're like, I should like this person, but I don't. But I try to like make myself like somebody just because it seems like a good idea.
Yeah, not me. Mm-mm. If I don't vibe with you and there's no chemistry, I'll just, you know, I'm very honest though. Like I'll let them know it's just not gonna work. I never force myself to be with nobody for money or clout or anything like that. Anybody that I had a relationship with, I genuinely cared.
When I was younger, I remember there was this one guy and he was super smart. He went to an Ivy League school. He was pre-med and he really liked me. He was cute. And I was like, man, I should really, like I tried to make myself like him, but I just didn't. But I was like, why would I not like this person? Like he was good looking.
Why didn't you?
I don't know.
There just
It's,
wasn't any like vibe or chemistry or.
yeah, sometimes like,
Sometimes you're just not compatible with people. You can't even force that shit.
but have you ever not liked somebody and then ended up liking them? Like, you know how you, I feel like that happens. You're like, I would never.
Yeah. Yes. More so than, yeah.
Yeah, then the other way around.
Yeah.
For sure. Me
Then
too.
next thing you know, you in fucking love.
No, I feel like the last guy that I swore that I was in love with, at first I didn't even like him. Like I was just like, whatever. Like it was actually a revenge fuck.
And then
And
you fell
I
in
fell
love.
in love with him the first night we were together. That one night of a revenge fuck went into 7 years of a on and off relationship.
was
Like,
the sex good or what was it?
everything was good. We met in a lobby of a hotel. I was leaving a party, like a pregame party, and I was with my homegirl and he was with his boy, and we just bumped into each other like walking out of the elevators, and he like did a double turn back to get my number, and I was like, I felt really flattered, so I was like, all right, just give him my number, you know? And I ignored him for like a year. And then I ended up having a reason, you know?
A revenge.
Like, don't give me a reason, because I'm going to go for it. And I ended up having a reason. And it was supposed to be one night thing. I swear to God.
And then
And
7 years later.
7 years later, we
years
still
later, I had 3 tattoos. 7 years
Jesus.
later.
Oh my goodness.
Did you cover them?
You was in love.
All of them, one is not covered, but nobody could see it.
Okay.
Even when I'm naked, you don't know. I'm not going to say where it is because nobody knows where it is.
It's inside your pussy.
It's in a secret, really
between your
secret
butt.
place.
Yeah,
It's very
pussy.
secret.
Well, we know you have the tattoos of your sons on your face.
Yes.
Do you have anybody else tattooed on you? Any guys?
I had Wiz's face on me. My
Okay.
ex-husband. Yeah.
He said you're his favorite ex, like the best ex.
Who-
So,
he
Wiz,
said that?
Yeah, he said that you guys have a great co-parenting and you're like one of his best friends.
Yeah, we are.
That's
We're
amazing.
very
I love
close.
that.
It didn't start off like that though, so you could teach a class on co-parenting.
Yeah, I mean, I think when we got divorced or we separated, we were just really young and immature, but we knew we were like obsessed with each other. We just had family members in our business. We had the internet making it difficult. Both, you know, being in the business, separate schedules. Then I had Sebastian. It was just a lot of shit, you know? So I think that as we got older, we realized that we just loved each other so much, but it just wasn't, we just got married at the wrong time. So that's why we're happy that we can be like best friends. And I just had Thanksgiving over there with him and Bash, and, you know, even
That's
my little
nice.
son loves him. That's not even his baby, and he loves Wiz. So
That's dope.
Yeah.
I love it.
That gives people hope because
For sure.
yeah.
like when it was bad at first, because there's a lot of people out there that can't even imagine themselves in the space of where they can successfully co-parent and actually like each other as
Right.
human beings. So when it was bad, like, did y'all not communicate at all? Was it?
It was only bad because other people made it bad. It wasn't us. You know what I mean? Like it was, I don't want to say specifically, but it was family members that made it very difficult for us. And that caused like a rift in our relationship. But once that was out the way and we got older and we were like, yo, this is us. This is our relationship. We have a kid together. We still love each other. We were able to co-parent.
Okay. Now, has anybody ever asked you to please get that tattoo covered up?
What?
His
Like,
face.
yeah. Has a guy ever been like, all right, I can't?
No, I just felt like I did get it covered.
Oh, you did.
I did get it covered, but it wasn't, I was so heartbroken that we didn't work out. I like cried every day for 3 years. Like,
Yeah, and then looking at his face on your body,
yeah,
it's
it was just like every
hurts.
time I just saw his face and I was just like, fuck, I gotta get this covered. Like,
Yeah, I get it.
it was hard to move forward looking at that.
Every day, like,
Yeah,
damn,
I
it's a
could,
good
yeah.
tattoo.
No,
It
I
look
agree. That's why I cover up mine. I
Yeah.
swear. Because it's like it reminds you of something that, you know, at one time made you so excited and then now it just hurts so bad.
Exactly.
You gotta move forward. Like
Yes.
I didn't cover up any of my tattoos to disrespect him or, you know, to give him to have one up on him. I can't look at them.
He still has my name on him. He didn't get that covered.
Okay. Would you be sad if he did, kind of?
No, I would understand.
You would understand, but you still be like, damn.
But a name and a face.
A name and a face.
It's a face and a name.
Yeah, I saw his face.
You don't have to
like-
look at your face. You need to look at his
Yeah,
face.
And he's your son's father, so not only do you have to see him, but then see him on your body too. It's-
Yes.
Yeah. Completely understandable.
Right.
But he really is like my best friend.
That's
Seriously.
amazing.
He's a nice guy, too.
He's
He's
so,
so
he
chill.
really is. We love Wiz.
He
He
did lip
is
service
just
before. I don't
sweetheart.
think I ever been as high. I smoked with Wiz twice.
Oh,
and
my
literally took two
God.
pulls when we did lip service. I was so high. I was like, I can't ever do this again.
And it was that was
know,
one of
I-
our like late night
I
episodes.
like couldn't feel my legs.
No, you know I don't smoke weed. I never smoked weed in my life.
You never tried it?
Ever?
I tried it once when I was like 14,
You didn't like it.
and that was the one and all, and it was like one puff.
I can't believe Wiz didn't even. You never even thought like.
I'm
I
sure he
should-
tried to convince you a few times, right?
No, I mean when we first met, and I was just like, I don't like psychedelic. I don't like to not have control of my mind. And he was like, okay. We still got married, had a baby, everything. Like it just he would smoke, and I
as
just
much as
couldn't.
he smokes, did it ever bother you?
No, it just
Like-
wasn't my thing.
I wonder if you could get high sucking somebody's dick who smokes a lot.
No, Angela. I mean, the reason why I asked
secondhand smoke.
the reason why I asked
Blow.
Edible. What? That's a crazy edible, and
So I asked that because I was with somebody in my last relationship, and he doesn't smoke or drink, and he did not like weed. And we were together for 7 months before he told me that my weed was a problem. And not a problem like you gotta stop, but it was a problem like I don't wanna see it, smell it, taste it. So I'm like, you could have been told me that. I would have ate edibles or hit a pen. Like I don't have to you don't have to see
I
it,
think
smell it, or
that's the
taste
issue
it.
with relationships. Like you can't change people. You gotta let
Right.
people be happy in who they are. I think that's what's wrong with relationships today. Like people get into relationships, they like that person, and they try to change them. Like that's not cool. I would never ask Wiz to stop smoking weed.
Yeah, he didn't
at
ask
all.
to
forget that.
But
Yeah,
he
I
was
wouldn't
like,
even- I
I
wouldn't
don't
even
want to
think
taste
of
it
that.
while I'm kissing you. You know, I don't want to. I don't like the smell, and you know, I respected that. Of course,
I couldn't
when we
do
was together,
cigarettes. Like if
but-
somebody smoked cigarettes, I couldn't do that because the smell of weed, like that won't bother me so much. But cigarettes is so much more like strong and on your clothes, and the taste of it is
And
really.
your fingers and your everything. Yeah.
And it get all in your clothes and your hair and stuff like that. The weed don't buy, and I don't smoke either.
Yeah.
You know, I will do an edible.
do an edible.
You won't
that's
do
what
that?
I was gonna ask you, Amber. Have you had edibles?
An edible is worse.
I've never
Nah,
done
it's much worse.
anything but
No
that
shrooms or-
one time when I was a kid.
Yeah, no, edible is way worse to me. I don't
And I'm
really
sure it
fuck
was
with edibles
trash
like
ass
that.
weed.
I
It was
will,
in
but-
Philly.
Yeah, it
like,
probably wasn't even something.
Yeah,
right.
it was like
Right.
With Wiz, if you ever feel like smoking, go with your baby father. He probably got some good weed.
girl.
I mean, he got
think
I'll
he's
be on the
funny.
floor.
He's so
Exactly.
funny.
You fall right out.
All right, now look, I want to show y'all something. Young Miami sent us her game.
Risha Roulette.
Risha Roulette. So there's a couple of questions on here, so let's randomly pick some.
Okay.
Because this is
Cute.
my first time getting, so thank you to Young Miami, Carisha, for sending us this game to be able to use. You saw the whole getting peed on thing too that everybody's been talking
Right.
about.
I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah, it's interesting because a lot of people are weighing in. Like, I like it too. I like it too. I've
Right.
never been peed on.
Yeah, I've never been peed on.
I've been peed on in the
but
shower.
Yeah,
It was
I
in the shower,
haven't been
though.
peed on.
And
Yeah,
it was
that's
only
what
that
I
one
said.
time.
I've never been peed on, but I was like, if I did, I'll just get peed on in the shower. Who
I
cares?
peed on a lot of
Right.
guys though.
Yes.
I mean, I'm a squirter. You
Right,
know
that's what I was saying.
But
Now
I
that,
think that's peeing.
squirting
You
is
know that's
peeing, I done
It's a
did the
squirter.
peed on, I guess, but I've never been peed on. And I don't know, like, if I would be okay with it. Like, I mean, everybody, but I don't know. How do you do that? Like, let me pee on
if
you, or do
I
they
was
just
with
pee
a
on
guy and that
No,
was
that
his
definitely has to
thing,
be a
I'm
consent.
Yeah.
I like to satisfy. I like to please my man. So, like you said, in the shower,
That was
and
why
I
I
think
did
it
it.
would be the only reason why I would be interested in that is because I'm a smell whore, and I like to if his pee smells strong, I know that he's not healthy. So I would be interested just to see how it
see
smells.
how
Like a
smell.
doctor. Like,
Yes.
let me see what's
See
going
how
on.
it smells.
Let me see how dark this is.
No, and
You
I
ain't
pay
eating
attention.
right.
I'm one of those girls that like goes in the bathroom after my man to see how it smells, to see what it's hitting for. But
you-
usually everybody passes.
Are you a squirter, Amber?
I have.
Like, frequently or maybe only a couple times?
A couple times. It's not my favorite. I don't really
hate
like
it.
sex like that, to be honest. Like, it's not like, if I don't love somebody, I'm not gonna be interested. It's too accessible. It's like, I can go a long time without sex. If I don't care for somebody, it's just not gonna be a thing for me.
What's a long time?
As long as it takes.
Yeah.
Same.
Have you ever had
Yeah.
sex on the first night, though, with somebody?
Never.
Really?
Nope.
Okay. I've never done that either, but I know we,
I have.
listen, yeah.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like I missed out on it. It seems like it'd be fun.
I feel like
It does.
seems like it'd be fun.
instantly
I'm a
connect.
Libra, so I
yeah.
like. I mean, I don't know if that really means anything, but
Your
the
emotional
the type of
attachments.
personality I have, like, I need to really like you. I need to really have feelings for me to go there. So I'm not gonna meet you and fuck you that night.
You never fell in love,
the
like,
feelings hasn't gotten
I'm
it.
not gonna
in
get
one
turned
day?
on.
You never, do you believe in love at first sight?
Yeah, I had love at first sight with Wiz for sure.
Okay, so it could have happened.
Yeah, for sure, I did. I was just like, whoa, he's beautiful.
How long did it take
Yeah.
with him before you slept with him?
Maybe like a month. I think because we hung out and then he had to go back to Pittsburgh. He didn't live in LA yet. And then he came back. But maybe it would have been
If you were
right,
around
sooner.
him, it would have been sooner.
He was too
Yeah.
laid back, probably.
He was too far.
He was too far. Yeah.
All right, ladies. Okay. Ooh, and I know y'all not going to take a shot. So
Is this like the very first card? You're not going to
Yeah, I just picked the first one.
Okay.
Up. Have you ever had to contact somebody from a free text message app because they blocked you?
well,
Have you been blocked?
No.
You been blocked? No, you never been blocked?
I don't think so.
I blocked, but I haven't been blocked.
I've
Yeah,
had that
definitely
happen in
blocked,
reverse.
I've
But
had
I've never
it
done it
happen in
myself.
reverse, and I've been the victim of it too.
You been blocked?
Yeah, for sure. when I start going off, I need to get my point across. When I'm saying something, I don't like to be cut off. So if you block me in the middle of what I'm saying, I'm gonna find another number so I can finish what I'm saying, and then that's it.
I've seen Stephanie argue on the phone before.
Yes,
We've been outside. I've been like trying to go out with her, like to
foot, I
eat, and
can't
she's
take
been
it.
standing outside arguing on the phone for like an hour. Isn't that the worst when you're dating
my
somebody and you
God.
argue so much it ruins your whole night? Like when you want to go out.
Yeah, that was really toxic. But please, how many years ago was that? That was before.
No, I remember that. You know, it's
It
a
was in the
long time
beginning.
ago.
Yeah.
That was before the last. That was a relationship before the last relationship I was in.
I had certain people that I used to hate going out with them because all they did was argue with their man all
Me and my
night.
ex.
Yeah. throwing hookahs. Remember that?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's probably the craziest thing I've ever done.
She threw a
Is
hookah.
through the hookah at the dinner table.
You want to go smoke?
Was that reactive?
Let's go.
Yes. I literally didn't throw it. I tipped it over. Coals and all went flying. It was
But I
crazy.
feel like these toxic things are things that I needed to go through to be the calm person I am in a relationship now.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm more patient now. I'm not as snappy as I was before. I feel like sometimes you just have to compromise and be a little more understanding of where people are coming from before you snap at them. And then once you understand and you have an understanding, if you don't like the understanding, that's when you flip out.
What are some things you would say you learned about relationships early on from things that didn't work out?
I think that I definitely see red flags way earlier now. I didn't see red flags before at all. I would just always like make excuses for men that were really shitty to me and very toxic and abusive. But I think now, because like she said, because I went through that, I could see things clearly moving forward. And just, if I talk on the phone with a guy now and he just is one thing that's a red flag, I'm fucking out immediately.
And that's another thing. My as far as selection, my in the beginning is very short. Like you said, the first thing I don't like,
It's over.
I don't want to speak to you anymore.
I'm that way right now too.
Yeah, your tolerance level once you get older.
So I have nothing left.
Me
left.
either.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to waste my time with something that I don't like. If I know right at the door what I want.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on marriage now?
I'll probably never get married again. I'm okay with that.
That's
I'm
fine.
happy.
I've never been married.
That made me sad.
No, don't be sad. I'm fine. Like that's not anything that I look forward to. So I'm happy. I don't really want to share my life with anyone. I don't want to share my bed. I don't want to share my house. I don't want to share my time. I don't want to feel obligated to say, I just finished, lip service. I'm going back to the hotel now. Like, I don't want to fucking check in with nobody. I'm good. I got my own money, my own kids, my own house.
Yeah.
I don't need nobody for nothing. If somebody comes in my life and they make my life better, maybe. But I can't see that in the near future.
Okay, I mean that's
Very
fair.
I gotta agree with you.
That's fair enough to until you're until the right person and you decide this is what I want to do. I agree with that though, because I have no pressure on myself to get married. I waited this long. I feel like I could be with somebody forever and not have to get married. And I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even if you think about a prenup, you're essentially getting divorced before you get married.
Yeah.
You have to think about okay, how much do I get, or what is this going to be like, or who gets the house, or who gets this house, or who gets, it's just like, why do I have to talk about that before I get married? I just want to be happy. I don't want to deal with that paperwork and all that lawyers and shit. Fuck that.
But then I guess for some people it's different. Like if something happens, you want to make sure, because from my understanding, this is what people tell me, right? They got married because if you have kids, you want to make sure that, God forbid something happens, that everything is taking, I guess you could do that in a will, though.
Yeah.
No, I think it's more so insurance or benefits, shit like that. But again, I set myself up pretty well.
No, and you'll be surprised how many people get married to be on somebody else's insurance.
Right.
You will be surprised.
Or to stay in the country.
Or to stay in
Shout out to 90 Day Fiance.
My brother called me and was like, so I have my friend, in DR that he wants to come to the United States and he's willing to give you 80,000 to get. I was like, what? What if your friend is crazy and never want to divorce me? Like, I'm good.
I'd have been like, if he'll do 80, he'll do.
I've turned down 5 offers of those because I just can't see it.
Wow.
No, that's common.
And is that a crime for you if you do that?
It is a crime.
But then it is a crime. 2, what if they end up really liking you? And I've heard stories where the men end up not wanting to give the divorce and it just dragged on for years and they met the person who they really want to be with and they couldn't because this person would not give them the divorce. I'm good.
Now, what are your thoughts on dating somebody who's married but separated?
Oh,
that really depends. That's
a red flag.
That's tricky. It depends on how long they've been separated. Some people are separated for years and then they just didn't get a divorce yet. I would have to see proof. I don't trust men at all. So I would probably I don't know. I mean, I would have to really be obsessed with that person to even give a fuck to look into all that shit.
You say you don't trust men at all? Like no men?
Me either.
Why is that?
Because they're shitty.
All of them? You can't say that. All of
Trust
them?
is something that's
9%,
earned.
okay.
So people give trust and people earn trust. I am a person who believes you have to earn trust. So I completely understand. Like,
I feel like there's guys out there's more than 1.1% guys that's good out there.
No, I disagree.
You had some fucked up experiences.
I mean,
though.
once you see the dark side, there's no coming back from that.
I feel bad about that for you though, because
Don't.
you have sons and you're raising them to be amazing men,
Yeah,
and
but
so then you have to believe that there's good men out there too, because you want your son to be those good men.
yeah, my best friend Janice is married to an amazing man, but he's married.
Right.
Like they're all married. All
the good ones.
all the good ones are gone.
All the good ones are gone. We're left with the fucking stragglers.
No, and honestly, that's one of the things. I don't want to date anybody who is not a marrying type of man. Most of these guys don't even want to get married. So that's something big for me. Like if you're not a marrying man, I don't want to date you at all.
So you want to
and
get
that
married,
leaves me by myself a lot. Yeah.
So you want to get married?
Yeah, I do want to get married, but I want to, I want to get married just because of my faith. It's just part of my faith walk. You know what I mean? And it's big to me. Like in my religion, if I don't get married, I won't even get into heaven.
That sounds.
I'm an atheist, so I'm good.
Yeah, we saw that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't expect people who don't. Who are not in my faith
To understand.
like
I
or
do
to
understand
want
though.
it.
Yeah, I understand.
But I do, but and it's very important to me, right? I'll stay by myself. I will stay by myself if I'm not with somebody who maybe not tomorrow, but has future plans to have a
Eventually.
wife.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you always been an atheist, or is it now you don't believe? Like,
No, I've been an atheist. I mean, I've probably been an atheist for way longer than I knew.
Realized.
But when I kind of put a label to it, maybe like 2.5 years ago. I always had questions. I grew up going to church and stuff like that. I always had unanswered questions.
Same.
Then I got really into science, philosophy, and evolution. I read a lot of books. I was just like, it ain't added up. And so I do understand why people are religious. It does bring them comfort. It makes them feel like they have something to look forward to. I understand all that. I think my personality, no offense, I feel like I think more logically in like real time in like the world.
is it bad to say "Oh God" during sex?
I say it. Oh my God.
I
This
say
feels
it.
amazing.
I think it just pops out though. Like
It kind of feels bad.
Like, oh, wow.
Like, did I just say
Oh,
that?
wow.
Oh.
I'm going to say, oh, wow, during sex the next time I feel good. I am.
Yeah,
Mental
please.
note. Oh,
You're
wow.
like, oh wow. Amazing.
I love that.
Right.
Oh, wow.
All right, now let's switch gears a little bit here. Okay.
Back to sex.
Let's talk about Kevin Gates. He talked about his brother. He said his brother has an 18-inch penis.
What?
How, wait.
And he looks at the Ciroc bottle like,
Is that 18 inches?
I don't know, it looks about
It
18
might be
inches.
about.
All right. Have you ever had a penis that was too big and not been able to do it?
I've seen a penis that was just abnormally huge, and I didn't want no parts.
Right. Same.
Is that penis shaming?
No, I don't believe in penis shaming at all. Yeah, I don't even believe in penis shaming that for guys that have
That's
small
small.
penises. No,
Okay.
I think that's unfair, and I think that if I say I'm a feminist and I want equality, then I shouldn't penis shame because they can't help it.
Yep.
Okay. So what happened with that big one? You just told him, no, I can't, or,
Yeah, I was. Well, he just. Yeah,
He knew.
It was a long time ago back in Philly. I was young and I was just like, fuck no. I didn't want to do it anyway, and then I saw it and I was like,
Absolutely not.
yeah, I ran for the hills. Yeah.
How did somebody react to that? Like, was he?
I mean, again, it was abnormally gigantic.
He didn't
I'm
give you
sure
a
he
warning?
knew.
Because I feel like if a guy knows that, he's got to give you some type of like, just so you know.
I'm sure that wasn't the first or last time that somebody said, I can't do that.
Yeah,
when
no,
they seen
I'm
it.
sure a lot of women were like, fuck
no.
that.
Have you ever said no to a small penis? Don't be a hypocrite. You just said a minute ago.
I'm trying to think if I ever ran into anything that was small that made me like.
Made you
Ran
like,
into it.
why?
No, I don't think I ever ran into anything that small.
Well, you are blessed.
Yeah, not that small.
I was surprised. I didn't want to shame him, so
You did it.
but I never double back.
Oh, so you did do it. That was like a sympathy fuck.
Remember I told you the guy from junior high school that I got jumped about and everything, and
Oh, yeah, you
once
told
we
that
was
story.
adults,
Yeah.
I was like, really?
I got jumped for this.
Right. Imagine how small it was back then.
Yeah, well, that's a shame.
I don't think I've
Terrible.
ever came across a penis that was so small that I was like, oh, this isn't going to satisfy me.
I did, and I just made sure he came with this amazing head I have, so I didn't have to.
That's still nice of you, though.
I liked him.
Aw.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I liked him a lot, and then
Yeah.
I saw his penis, and I was like, ugh.
No, my little boyfriend back in Philly, his penis wasn't that big, but it was nice though. It was good.
Yeah, guys with small penises usually, we always know
some
they're
guys.
pretty-
Yeah,
Yeah, it
we say
was
this all
really
the time. Some girls prefer like a more average to small size.
I don't know about
I like
average to
big
small,
dicks.
but I'm gonna say like
Average to average.
medium, more
Yeah.
towards the than the schmeed, if y'all know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But a huge penis, no.
Yeah,
I've had my few, times that I had something that I felt like I couldn't handle, and I have turned down a penis because it was too big. But now that I'm, well aware of my body and what it's capable of, I don't want nothing that's that large. I'm good.
yeah.
as we get older. It
I
sounds
like the
good.
big
No,
dick,
good.
but I don't
It
think
sounds
it's
good to
necessary.
be like, he had
No.
a big dick.
Yeah, but no.
I like it, but it's not necessary.
And it
Same.
looks good too.
Yes,
Like it
does.
looks nice when you be like, okay, that looks amazing.
I'm not gonna lie. Like my previous boyfriend, he had a really big dick. He had a really big dick, and we used to have to I used to have to let myself heal. Like we couldn't. I could not imagine having sex with him all the time. Like he would just destroy me. Like we speak about this.
Yeah, destroyed.
And I don't, I didn't mind taking like breaks in between, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't miss that pain.
I feel you.
I don't miss that shit. I really don't. Like, there's times that we have great sex and, he had me open enough to where I didn't feel no pain. But, there was other times that we would have sex and I would just have to suck it up and take it.
Literally.
Yeah.
I had
Like
one.
when your uterus is too low, it's like...
I had
let
one.
me just do a backflip or
He tried to
something.
do it from if he did it from the front, I was like, whoa, wait a minute, slow down.
Yeah.
Then I was like, okay, let's try another position. He's like, all right, get on top of me. I was like, no.
That was even worse.
Then
Yeah.
he tried from the back. I was like, okay, yeah, I can't do
I
that.
feel like on top is the easiest way. If it's
On
not-
top take a big dick?
No way.
to me, it's easiest because you control it more.
Yeah, when you're on top.
Yeah, because you could control it. Like you don't
could
have to
control
like
how much
you know.
goes
I
in.
like to
You don't have to
grind
put it
and
all
like,
the way
and you
in. You
can't.
could just dip it down.
No, but you see, a big dick, you
down
can't
now.
be grinding on a big dick. That's not what
This is
that's
what I'm
for.
saying, like,
That's a
and-
bounce
and then you could
on.
ease
You
it
gotta
in.
bounce
Like you
on
could take
that.
your
A
time.
bounce.
That's just my advice. I think the best thing to do is get on top first, loosen it up, and then
So you've had one that's too big?
That's right.
I worked it out.
I worked it out.
I ran
it out,
I ain't gonna lie, I ran away. Like I was like, yeah, I can't do that.
What about, do you like for a guy to put his finger in your butt while you're having sex?
It's not my favorite thing.
It's not mine either. It kind of
I don't
ruins
like
my
it.
moment.
It's like, why?
Are
you looking
I'm
at
the
that?
only weirdo
Are you
who likes
love
a
it,
thumb in the
Gigi?
butt. I like a thumb in my butt. Not all the time, but
I don't like
in the
that
moment
shit.
when it's the time for it, it
mean,
can be enjoyable.
I think
had
people
it.
would be really
It's like a little
surprised
bit of
how
sprinkles on a
traditional
Sunday.
I am. Like I don't like. I
I
had
like
one.
missionary.
No, I had one threesome when I was like 32.
Really?
Yeah, it was terrible. I was like, I'll fucking never do that again.
Why was it terrible?
Just very like mechanical. Like just it was just too much going on. Taking the condom off, put a new condom on, back and forth. It was just not. I mean, they were like my friends, so I didn't feel like I didn't feel scared or anything, but it was just a terrible experience. I'm just not into that.
You do like a traditional walk from now on.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't
No,
really
I'm
make.
totally kidding.
I didn't make Slut Walk for that reason. I made Slut Walk against like derogatory labels. And
I'm with you.
slut-shaming.
Yeah, no, I was totally playing with you.
But no, yeah, it's just never been my thing. And people think like I have fucking orgies all day.
Right.
just not.
I've never had a
Same.
threesome.
I've
No.
had two
Yeah,
with
me
the,
either.
you know, I say it all the time. Two with the same girl and different guys.
And my man has never had a threesome. I had to let him know he never will because I'm not doing
Well,
it.
I would have much
I've never
rather
had
have a
one.
threesome with two guys instead of a girl. She fucking ruined everything. It was
She
gross.
ruined it?
Yeah, it was gross.
What? Wait, but it was I thought it was like taking the condom off and on. Like, what did she do that was so bad?
Listen, Angela. when you go and you lay down with somebody, you're gonna make sure your underarms are fresh, your
Oh,
vagina
shit.
is fresh, everything is very
yeah.
clean, you know, and it just was not
She was
that.
Oh no.
It wasn't like OD,
She
but it
ruined it.
wasn't
But even any
where it was
little
supposed to
odor,
be.
yeah.
Yeah. And it just was just
A
ew.
buzzkill.
Oh, damn.
She did ruin it.
See what
She
guys
ruined
have to
it.
go
Yeah.
She ruined it.
Yeah.
It just was.
Especially when you're getting intimate with a girl, like you not.
I would have much
thinking
rather
about
have
that?
two guys. It would have been way better.
Would you ever do that?
Probably not now. I wouldn't trust anybody enough to do that.
What do you mean by trust?
I don't think
Trust
I'll
them
ever
with
have a
my
threesome
body,
either.
with my sexual health, with being
Okay,
around them in an intimate setting. I just have a trauma issues. Like I wouldn't trust two guys in a room like that.
Together.
No. I would be scared.
What about a relationship with a woman? Is that something that you would entertain more than with a man?
I would, yeah. But again, I just don't want a relationship
At all.
Yeah, like I don't want to share my space with someone. I want to be selfish. I've been in relationships forever. Like I want to be
That's what I was gonna
selfish.
say.
Amber, you've been through a lot of shit, I feel like.
Girl,
That's what it feels like.
that's the tip of the iceberg. Y'all have no idea, but
Because we only know what we know publicly. We have no idea what else you've gone through.
Right.
yeah, it's pretty terrible shit. But I would definitely, if I was to be in a relationship, I would be in a relationship with a girl ASAP. Yeah.
Okay, well.
No, and I feel like once you get the vibe of being by yourself and taking care of yourself, you don't. It's not really a big deal to share your bed.
It just feels
It's
good
like,
to
I'd
like
rather be by myself.
not have to give a fuck about. The thing with us, I mean, we have babies, we have period cramps, we go through so much shit. We got to get waxed and plucked and this and that and bleach and all kinds of shit. And guys have a fucking headache and it's like the end of the world. I'm like, bro, I have to raise two boys into men. I have no time to go fucking run and get you Tylenol and all that shit. Fucking figure it out. Like even small shit like that, I just don't want to do it.
Right.
I'm just tired. Like I don't want to fucking cater to no man at all. And I'm damn sure not sucking dick.
What?
You don't suck dick?
I thought you said, oh, wait, I mean, everybody here enjoys it except, I guess, this couch. Because Laura don't really like it either.
Yeah, this is a no.
No, it's not that. It's just that I have kids now. Like my life is different. I kiss my children. I like. They always want to kiss their mama. I'm not going around sucking dick. I'm just not. Like if I'm again in a committed relationship, which I don't think would happen because I don't trust anybody enough with my sexual health to, raise my kids, and I just don't want that. Fuck that.
That's understandable.
No, I get it. She got babies. No, and I when they're small, they really want to come and be in your
Especially
mouth.
boys.
Yeah.
Boys
True.
love their mamas.
Like I probably just stopped kissing my son in the mouth. My son is 16. Like we just probably stopped kissing in the mouth like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like
Look at y'all, but you guys both love sucking dick. That's what's crazy.
nah, but I
also
was
don't
with my
have little
son's father
children.
when he
I
was
know, I
small.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
exactly.
different.
So wait, but when your kids
Yeah.
were young, you think, I didn't think about, because you brush your teeth, you know what I'm saying? Like it's, you don't have to
No, but
swat.
like, okay, for example,
I mean?
every relationship I've been in, right? We always got tested before I had sex with them.
Okay, I think that's a great thing.
I think
That's
that's
what
good
people
too.
don't know.
Right.
All my exes can tell you that. I don't play with my life. But then I get cheated on.
Okay.
So
And
what
you
does
don't
that
know what
mean?
the fuck? Yeah.
I'm literally, you're putting my life at risk. I don't know what you did behind my back, and I have children. So for me, it's like, you're not only putting my life at risk, but you put my children's life at risk.
Right.
And I just don't trust anybody enough to do that.
You think that also, and this sucks, right? But in the industry that we're in, like these guys, that have too much access to be, because
No, I have too much access. I can fuck anybody I want. It's if you're a good person or not. Mm-hmm. I could scroll through my phone and fuck whoever I want in New York tonight.
Okay.
But
or anywhere in the world.
It's just like you're either a good person and you have compassion and you say what you mean, or you don't. I don't give a fuck, guy, girl. That's biological bullshit. We're all human beings. If you're a good person, you're not going to hurt people.
Right.
And when you hurt people, you just don't give a fuck.
You think you've ever hurt anybody though?
No.
Really? Okay.
Never. I don't hurt people. I don't do vengeful things. People have hurt me a million times. You don't see me on the internet, going off and being reckless and yelling and screaming.
We definitely don't see that. I will give you that.
Definitely, and I said that. I respect that about you.
Thank you. I don't put out no business that I've been through. I just suck it up like a G and I raise my kids.
But a couple of times you have, and it's been amazing. But
Only
it's in reaction.
It's a reactive.
It is a reaction.
Yeah. It's a reactive.
It's also like a little like, don't go there because
don't play yourself.
Because I could.
Because if I really
why
want to,
would you come at me if I don't say nothing?
Right.
Like I'm letting you live right now. Mm-hmm. So don't come at me because then it becomes reactive, and you don't want that reactive shit.
Right, and then you're the bad guy.
Because I've definitely heard things that you could have done that you didn't do. You know what I'm saying? And things that you could have said that you didn't say. So,
right.
And I've heard those things like behind the scenes, and I'm like, okay. Because I'm also that type of person. I don't go around telling people's business like that. Like if something is supposed to be, if it's out there, I'll report on it or whatever for my job. But if it's something that no one knows,
right,
I'm not going to like break the story and try to like put somebody's business out there that's not already out.
That's not already putting their own business out.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that.
But I think that I just don't feel like the internet and relationships match. They're not. It's just not the place for that. Like you said, like I've been through so much being in this business for this amount of time, and I never, there's no stories about me on the internet. I never, I've seen girls tell stories and I'm just like, the shit that I've been through, that's kid stuff compared to what I've been through. And I just keep it to myself and
But look,
move forward.
mean, honestly, look what they did to Meg. Look what they did to Khloe Kardashian. Mm-hmm. Khloe Kardashian is a victim of essentially domestic violence, getting cheated on while you're pregnant. No one deserves that mental, emotional, and psychological abuse that she probably endured. And the whole internet went in on her as if it was her fault to try to work on her family. It's sad, and that it does make women go silent and not really say what they're going through.
Right. Exactly.
Because it just makes it easier. Who wants to tell their story and then be shunned by the internet as if it's your fault?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's fucked up shit that happens and I don't ever speak on it because I'm like, if I say something, it's just going to end up turning back on me.
Yeah, then that's what it does, especially to women.
No, that's
so
why,
that's
exactly. That's why I've always just stood quiet.
Because I feel it's a battle. It's a real battle. Like for you to tell the truth, especially when people say shit about you that's not you, and then you try to speak up and then everybody want to be funny and make jokes.
No, exactly. And then when you
at the
respond to
expense
something,
of your mental health.
Yeah. And then you respond to something and people are like, oh, you're mad. And it's like, you just gotta fall back.
I'm not even the person that said it. Somebody else said it. And I'm trying to respond.
Yeah, exactly. You're just giving it more attention.
And now you made it a bigger story.
Yeah.
But who do you trust then? Like if you can't trust, nobody, like not even other people in your life, family members.
Joseph right there.
Okay.
Joseph, my brother. Joseph knows every single detail about my life. He's been with me for almost 10 years. He's my day-to-day manager, brother, partner. And nothing ever leaked, so he's good, But yeah, he's definitely my best friend. But me, him, my security, Brian, shout out to Brian. He's been with me for almost 10 years. And that's it. That's it, just him and Brian.
Now let me ask you this. You and Black China used to be really close.
Yes.
So are y'all still super tight or what happened?
No, we're not friends anymore. But I still love her though. I wish her the best. I think we just grew apart. It's nothing crazy. We're just different people. We're into different things. We we just went like that. That's it.
I have
Okay,
friends
no story
the
there.
Same. Yeah, I have friends that are the same way. Like, it's no love lost. It's no real reason. It's just that happened. And
Yeah, it
that's
just
very normal
happens.
for it to
Yeah.
happen. It's not, it doesn't always have to be a reason why, but we grow apart.
Yes.
And then you did bring this. So is the Slut Walk happening this year again?
Yes, I'm working on it, y'all. So like, it's the pandemic just fucked up everything. So like, we had City National Bank, Beats by Dre. We had all these huge companies that were just giving us a lot of money, and now it's just different. Like everything's just different now. So I'm trying to figure that out because it is a free event, so you don't have to buy tickets or anything. So I think every year I put up at least $500,000 of my own money, and then got it back in sponsorships.
Right.
And so, I can't do that every single year. I mean, I always made out even. I never made any money from Slut Walk at all. And whatever extra money that we did have after, we donated. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So you're
I'm
trying to
working
figure
on
it. Okay. Where's it going to be? Same.
Maybe Miami this year.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Laura's like, I live in
I
Miami.
live in Miami. Let me know.
Yeah. I think Miami this year. They just have bigger spaces out there.
Right.
And I did a poll on Instagram, and
Miami
had, way more people wanted it there.
Wow.
Now, let me ask you this. When it comes to sexual freedom, because I'm a big believer that women should be able to do whatever they want to do, right? As long as you do it safely.
Yes.
Because that is important. We encourage that. And I love the fact that you said you get tested
Yes.
anytime you have sex with somebody. But is there any limits? Because I also feel like I have limits to certain things that, like, you shouldn't fuck with nobody else's man, nobody's,
Right.
in a committed relationship and a whatever. So what do you think are limits to that type of sexual freedom? Or do you see any limits?
Yeah, personally, I would never date a man in a relationship. I would never date a man with a baby on the way. I would never date a married man. I would never date a man that my friend dated.
Okay.
Or had sex with. I probably wouldn't date somebody that, even if it was an associate that I was around on several different occasions and I was there with her and her man and then they broke up.
Right.
I feel like that's still also
Girl
weird.
code, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's also weird. I'm like a real extremist, like loyal bitch. I don't do
There's too many people out here for us to be fucking somebody
The
somebody
same,
we've
right.
been around,
Yeah, I don't really do shit like that. So
All right, fair enough.
And
I
it's
agree.
so hard in being in the industry. That's why it's so hard to have girlfriends and be normal, because it's not a lot to pick from. So you end up dating the same guys and hating another female for no reason over a guy who didn't even care about you.
I would never,
The both
ever.
of them.
Have you ever had somebody fuck your man? Like one of your friends, somebody you
I
thought
feel
you were
like
friends
girls.
Yep.
Couple
years ago.
There's some
Really?
girls that I feel like they only fuck with guys because they seen them with me afterwards.
So you said a couple of years ago, one of your friends fucked a guy you had been
Two
with.
of my friends, actually.
What?
Please forget it. Because they see a guy with you and automatically he's popping.
That's why
Somebody
I said,
who
girl,
was
I done been
invisible.
through some shit. You have no fucking idea. Like, it has really been a mental health journey for me to not fucking stab people.
Same.
Like, seriously, like on some fucking horror movie shit.
That shit would break my heart. More than a guy, it would be like my
Right.
friend doing that to me.
Yeah,
I've had
two
it
of
done
them,
to me
two
so many
different ones.
times.
I can't see myself doing that to a friend.
Yeah.
Me
So I had
never.
to become reclusive for a minute, and that's why I haven't really been posting on Instagram or being out and doing my thing, because I really had to work on myself because I was so angry that had happened to me.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
How did you work on yourself? Like, what did you do? Did you?
I read a lot of therapy, understanding that things were not my fault, understanding that people have severe personality disorders. I can't fix people. There was nothing I could have done differently. Things like that. So, I feel like I'm in a better place now, but it's still a journey to not have anger for things that I completely did not deserve at all. I did not deserve that.
And the shit makes you mad at yourself. Like, why
Yeah.
did I allow this to happen to myself? Like, after a while, you're right, it's a mental health journey.
No, you know what though? Because now that we're sitting here talking, because like I said, we spoke so long ago, and then obviously on the Breakfast Club, but I'm not there anymore.
Right.
but now but you've been through a lot very publicly, and I think people really don't understand the toll that it can take on you, like to be someone that's talked about, but you're really like minding your business and not doing anything wrong.
Right. Yeah, it gets pretty shitty sometimes. But again, my kids keep me happy, and you know, I guess probably I think for a long time I would just sit and be like, why would they do that to me after I've done all these amazing nice things for them just out of the kindness of my heart? Why? Like what is happening? Like what's the reason for that?
I've definitely been there.
Yeah.
And I never got an answer.
No, you're not going to get closure from people like
Never got an
that.
answer. I never understood why.
But like even the girls, it's like I cared about them. They were my friends. Like it was just really fucked up. And you get so angry that like, and even in therapy, I mean, and I hope that people that are watching this can relate, because I talked to a couple other people. You really feel like you are capable of killing someone and going to get a fucking snow cone and just not thinking about it twice. Mm-hmm. You know, it's the thought is why you need therapy. Obviously, if you act on it, then that's a whole different.
You're gonna go to jail.
Yeah, you'll go to jail. You don't want to do that. But the thought, if you can have that thought as a rational, logical, good person, there's something wrong. Like you've been pushed to your limits. Mm. Oh yeah. And so yeah.
So for you moving forward, like what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? As far as friendships, because I think it's really hard to be in this world without having people who you can. I know you said that you do have, a couple of people, but even like forming, because I feel like later in life, I have friends that I've had for a really long time, but I've forged more intentional friendships later in my life with people that are like outside of, maybe people that I have things in common with, maybe goals as far as like, I have my friends who I'm like buying real estate with and property and doing things like that and having those types of conversations and work situations. Mm-hmm. And then we have those common things, but it's not the same as what it used to be when, I can't even explain it, but.
No, I get it. I mean, I have friends since 6th grade. Mm-hmm. There's 3 girls. We've been friends for 27 years. I probably shouldn't say how long that was, so then you guys know my age. But
no, nobody, it's fine.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. But yeah, 27 years we've been friends, and my friend Donna has been my friend since 18. So I have really good girlfriends that don't want anything from me. It was actually the new girls within the last couple years were the ones that like I cared about and I brought into my life, and they did that to me. But also the person that they did it with at the time that they did it with was really fucked up. And so...
You think it was intentional or...
Oh, yeah.
You think it's jealousy?
I think it was just not giving a fuck at a very vulnerable time in my life. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sorry that happened to you.
Right.
Yeah, shit happens. It's all good.
You think there'll ever be like an Amber Rose documentary?
There needs to be. There definitely needs to be. I'll probably get sued left and right, but
so you ready for that Netflix check?
Produced by Angela.
You ready for the Netflix check? If they come at you with,
I mean, if I start from my childhood, it'll be pretty crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be about other people. Just from your childhood.
It gotta be about other people.
You gotta change names.
A little something about other people.
You know what I find? Because like everybody's trying to, get me, and I know you've done a book, but like to do a book deal, but there's certain things that it's hard because you want to tell the truth. But some things are hard to tell because it involves other people.
Yeah. Right. I think that has always been
an issue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when you say like from your childhood, like where would your story start? If you talk about if you were gonna do this, like what would be the beginning? It would start
from my mom's childhood. Mm-hmm. That's where it would start, and it would be very short. It would just be a very quick thing about my mom's childhood, then into when I was born, and then go from there.
What is it about your mom's childhood that's...
Girl, it's just crazy. And then it spilled over into my childhood. And then with therapy, understanding why these people were in my life, why they did me dirty, why I allowed it. it's just trauma from childhood, lies, murder, molestation, suicide, a lot of crazy shit. And so it has to start from there. But I maybe I will have some talks with people to kind of do something that's based off my family and my life. But again, Angela, I just stay quiet. I never want people to feel sorry for me.
I don't think it's about that though, because you also have to think about helping other people. Like even the whole point of the Slut Walk is for all the women who have had things. Like I remember I did this town hall with these young girls, right? And it turned into like this whole session of them, they're in high school, talking about things that happened to them that no one cared about. Like one girl was saying every time she got off the bus from school, her neighbor would grab her ass and then everybody would laugh at her and call her a hoe, And like things like that is heartbreaking to hear. One girl was saying that her dad's best friend would drive her and her friend to school, his daughter to school. And then one day the daughter didn't come and her dad's best friend like molested her in the car on the way to school. But she didn't want to tell her dad because she's like, I didn't want my dad to kill him and go to jail. And it was like her first time talking about it. But I think it's important for young girls to feel like they can relate and see that other people go through these things so they don't feel like they have to carry that whole burden on themselves.
Totally.
And never be able to, express themselves and talk about it. And maybe at some point they can, if they can say, look at all the shit Amber Rose went through. It's not just me. And so it's not about you making people feel sorry for you.
No. I agree with eventually telling my story.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, while it's happening, I don't get on Instagram or Twitter and
in
say,
real time. And say, this is what I'm going through.
And that should be counterproductive, honestly.
It is.
But that's why I think telling your story in your own way, on your own terms, and not on social media, is better. Because social media, it's just
gross.
Instant, quick. People respond and say what they say, and things get twisted. But in order for you to be able to lay it down from the beginning, I think could be really helpful because, people see you, they're like, oh, she's beautiful, she has this. And like you said, people will call you a gold digger or because you have a slut walk, even though you're like, I don't even really, like I do this, I get tested. I'm not even as sexual as people think I am. But what you're doing is helping other people who are getting called names and doing these things and double standards, be able to say, I don't care, I'm taking that word back.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
But that's why I think telling your story in that way is better because it's a whole story instead of just some words on Instagram.
Yeah,
and
I would
Twitter
never do that.
Yeah.
If I was going to do that, I would have did that a long time ago.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't mean for you to go on social media and express yourself because I don't do that.
No, I guess I was just saying, like, I think you know me well enough that I am transparent in a lot of ways. I will talk about my mental health journey and therapy and, kind of talking it out and reading books and shit like that. But I'm not a full open book. I'm like halfway open where,
you keep things guarded that are secret and important to you that you feel like you don't need to put out there. And especially because you're such a huge celebrity that it's like people think they know and people want to know and it's just like,
people don't have no idea.
They don't, clearly.
No.
Yeah.
What about some great things that have happened for you? Like, have you ever been with somebody that treated, Wiz was a person that treated you really well.
Right.
While you got, and like you said, it was outside things, that really kind of messed up your relationship and you were really young.
Yes.
When you did that, but you have had some really positive experiences too, so. Yes.
With Wiz, maybe that's it.
You think that's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aw.
That's it.
Listen.
I say, would you?
Nah, but I'm not surprised.
My question: Would you ever like?
No. Everyone else was shitty. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Question:
No,
if
because
moving
these men
forward,
in the industry, they have God complexes. It's really like they get around you, and it gives them a God complex.
Right.
And it's like it's not even your fault what
You've
they're
been
doing,
name dropped in
'cause
so
they
many
feeling
songs.
it.
Right.
if you were
They
ever
feel
to marry,
themselves.
or if it happens, if he would come back after he lived his life, you years later, would you?
Who Wiz?
Yeah.
No.
No.
She's like, I like it how it is.
Yeah,
Cool.
I love
We good where we at.
how we are. Yeah, we're in a very, and I love his girlfriend, by the way, Amy.
Oh, okay,
Shout out
yes,
to Amy.
That's right. He has a girlfriend. My bad.
No. It's not even nothing weird. Like, I love Amy. My son loves her when he's over there. She treats him really nice. I love what we have. Like, I can talk about the past and how I cried and I was so upset. But I lived through that, and I love our relationship now. So,
what about your music? Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, let's do it. Because
when we're talking about like Freak Show, Surprise Me, it feels like that's not really, you know, who Amber Rose is then.
Well, I think that I make music for women to give them confidence,
empowerment.
Yeah, it's, you know, because I live it, but I have lived it, but I don't necessarily. I mean, what do I really say that's like that crazy in my music?
Not that it's not crazy, but you know, Surprise Me is sexy. It's like I'm thinking
I still want surprises and shit. You know, I just don't want a relationship.
I still want you to surprise me.
Yeah. So I just want the ring. I ain't trying to be wifey. Like that's what I say in the song.
But so with Freak Show, that it gave me like dominatrix type vibes.
Yeah.
Like, would you, if you met a man that was into the whole,
would you dominate him?
Would you? Yeah.
Nope. Nope.
Would you pee on him?
Nope. Shit. I'm not doing nothing that I don't feel like doing. I'm like there with it. Yeah. I'm there with it. I'm a traditional girl, guys.
No blindfolds, nothing.
Right, handcuffs.
Like little things. Because I'm a very traditional person too, but you know, I like to get a little spicy sometimes.
A little razzle dazzle.
A little razzle dazzle.
Yeah, I think Angela's a freak.
She is a freak. She gonna sit here and talk about she traditional.
Undercover freak.
With her little voice and everything. No.
I was trying to be freaky, but I'm not doing anal. I've never done that. I'm not doing threesomes. I be feeling like, you know.
But you don't gotta do that stuff to be a freak.
I think that people think that I'm like really freaky. And so like it gets weird when I have these conversations.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm really not like that. And you guys are all like, oh, why?
No, I be
trying. Suck
I do
dick,
like
please.
sucking dick though, you know.
No, I like
if I love you.
I love sucking
kids
dick.
though. I don't kiss nobody's kids.
Yeah, no.
The only
Like, I suck dick.
The
I
only
like
kids
that
I have,
too.
I swallow. You know what I'm saying? No.
Oh my God.
You know what, Angela?
What?
She said she got belly babies that ain't never
No,
coming
I'm
out.
kidding. Kind of. No, but for my man though, you know, all of that is
How
good.
long you
I
been with
enjoy
your
it.
man?
Yeah, you know, it's been a little minute.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
A little minute.
we're happy. We're enjoying it.
That's cute.
Being laid up, you know. But yeah, that's it. But I think it's also like I don't have to think about the things that you have to think about. Like I don't have to kiss my kids.
Yeah,
I swallow.
I'm not fucking with that.
But Laura doesn't swallow, so we're working on that for her.
No.
Yeah.
Laura
And if
barely
you-
sucking dick, let alone
Yeah.
swallowing.
Yeah. But that too, like if I had like a man that I don't know. Yeah, no. But to me swallowing again,
No, but just
2023.
because I love sucking dick doesn't mean I want to suck everybody's
Everybody's
dick.
You know, somebody you care about.
Exactly. I feel more passionate when I'm in love to suck a dick.
Same.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Because
same.
I want my man to feel, you know, I want his toes to curl on me. I'm doing that for him, you know?
What about cuddling? Do you at least like that?
No, but I never said I didn't like
Okay,
sucking
so make
dick.
sure. Okay. Oh, well, that's what it felt like.
Yeah,
No,
well,
I didn't say
She
that I
said in her
didn't like
single life,
just don't enjoy it.
No,
dicks
but
because of,
in love,
her
it
children kissing. I get
motivates
it.
you to,
No,
to do
I
that.
love pleasing. I like, you know, if I love somebody, I would love sucking their, like she said, toes curl, make them go crazy and shit. Like I love
exactly.
shit like that.
Knees weak.
But I'm just not doing that.
Yeah, like if
no.
What about eating
Yeah,
pussy?
but single, me too. I feel the same way.
Like the same.
Okay, it's the same to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the same.
what? What's
Eating
the same?
pussy.
Eating pussy?
Stephanie ain't gonna eat no pussy.
Stephanie-
No,
You
I
eat
never ate
pussy?
pussy in my life.
But she got hers ate by a girl.
I've had a couple different girls eat my pussy. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's fine.
But I never ate pussy. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I would never if I was in that situation, but I'm really picky. It would have to be like you said. I'm really crazy about smells. Like it gotta be smelling right, looking right.
After that underarm story, I'm
everything.
never having a threesome. So
It's
It's just gross.
So I don't know. Like I don't. But I think now that's over with. At this time in my life, that's if I was gonna if I was gonna eat pussy, I would have did it
Been
already.
did it.
Yeah, like it's over with. I already know which direction I'm going in now. Like, That's another thing. I feel like as I get older, I don't want to taste test like when I was a kid. Like
Unintended
try
on a taste
shit,
test.
you know? Like no, I'm so over it. Like I don't even want to get to know anybody. I don't want to do anybody new. I don't want to get to have to go through the whole dating thing. It's exhausting having to get all pretty to go to dinner. Like, no.
I feel like the beginning of a
man
relationship is kind of the best part for some purposes. I mean, there's a comfortable part, but I love the beginning.
I want to be with somebody I know. I know well. I know for a long time, and I know I've seen them through different phases. Because somebody told me before, I don't trust anybody unless I know them for 10 years. Because in 10 years, you know people over different phases in their life. Like sometimes after the 10 years, you're not going to trust them.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it is disappointing when you're with somebody and you're like, I don't even know this person. They do something completely different. They act so different when you're not around.
Right.
Like, and you're like, damn, did I even
right
know?
now, I'm looking at something from 20 years ago in my past. But, you know, he and I have been through so many different phases and so many different things. Like, I feel like I know this person well. Like, we could be together without having sex and just sit there and talk for hours, you know? And it's like, even after 20 years, we're still getting to know each other. And it's not like so important to like be bouncing on each other or pumping on each other all day. And I'm really grateful for the experience that I'm having now because it's a more genuine experience. It doesn't feel like it's about sex or, you know, about the things that I have or the people that I know. It's like a more genuine feeling. I feel comfortable in that with somebody that I know for a long time than starting new, having to figure out what they like and what they want to eat and.
I'm looking at these.
What faith
roulette questions.
No.
All right, let's do one last one before we end this. I was looking at some of these like, oh shit, I'm not asking y'all this. All right, have you ever had a sugar mama or a sugar daddy?
Ding, 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 ding.
Never.
So what? Okay. So the sugar daddy is like you give him
You don't
sexual
have to give them
pleasure.
anything.
No, that's why.
A sugar daddy, actually, you usually don't give them anything. You just get gifts.
You just get gifts from them.
Yeah.
I've gotten gifts, but I didn't know like they were my sugar daddies.
Yeah, I guess I did. He was African.
Yeah.
Right? Haven't we all had an
love to
African
give
that takes
gifts.
us shopping? We don't even have sex with
Yeah,
them?
he gave me whatever I want.
Oh shit.
But we said sugar. When I'm glad you said that because I was like, I never had sex with him though. But
Yeah,
I feel like you
don't
get
always have
more
to have
out of
sex
a
with
guy
sugar
if you
daddy.
don't.
Same.
yeah,
I've always said that on this show. Like I said it the other day on Instagram. Like you don't gotta like if you want something out of a guy, it's way easier to get it before you give him the pussy.
Don't give him sex.
It's way easier. Like
But do looks matter then if you have a sugar daddy? Like was he cute or just
no, he was not
no
cute.
shit? And he knew what it was. Did he want to have sex or he just wanted to buy you things?
No, he never tried to have sex with me. He didn't. I think he was just maybe like a fan kind
just
of.
wanted you around.
Yeah,
And it was a rich fan.
yeah.
I went through my
amazing.
sugar daddy phase when I was a stripper. I met my first sugar daddy at Delilah's.
I thought you didn't want to tell nobody that
What?
you was a dancer.
No, I talk about that all the
Yeah,
time.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
She's like the best stripper that ever existed.
Okay, so no, but we used to dance. Me and her used to dance together. Did y'all know that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, but I remember we talked years ago, but maybe you changed your mind.
I probably did change.
Oh,
my mind.
okay.
Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't want people to know you was a dancer at first?
Not that
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, and it's not that I didn't want people to know, but it was more as though it was a need to know basis because
Okay.
back then it was just like too much
Judgment.
criticism and judgment, and I
Girl,
just
you know
didn't
I
even
know.
feel like right. So I
Yeah.
just didn't feel like dealing with that.
So were
Like,
y'all
fuck
cool?
it.
But no,
Like-
I always kept your secret. Like I always, like when you told me that, I was like, yeah, I never said anything.
It was always just like people would judge you, and it's like, all right, if I don't tell them this, then they won't treat me that way. You get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I
so
get it.
it's just, but now
Or
I'm
not
just
take
like,
you
fuck it.
seriously.
And I there was a time when I didn't want people to know I got my butt done, butt shots.
Yeah.
Like now I talk about everything freely because it's just like I've grown and I understand, and it is
Right.
what it is at this point.
And you think times have changed too and people
Yeah.
don't care as much?
We're more accepting world.
Everybody got their body done and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
My African got my body done.
Oh, he paid for it?
Yep.
Shit. All right. Well, I'm not mad at. Where is he now? Like, is he still?
I think he's in Houston now. He's not in Africa anymore.
So if you ask him, like, does he still hook you up?
Oh no, I haven't spoken to him in years.
Well, you know.
Yeah, I haven't spoken to him.
We need
in
some
years.
sponsors for the Slut
I know.
Walk.
Yeah, I should reach out. Maybe you should reach out to that. Sure.
Right.
He's a nice guy.
Yes.
Really, never asked me for nothing. He's a really nice guy.
That's dope. See, there are some good guys in this world.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. He's one of them. He's
Give
good.
him some credit.
Yeah, he's good. Shout out to him.
All right, see, we ended this on a positive note. Shout out to the guy that paid for her to get her body done. He's about to sponsor the Slut Walk. Period. Let's get it, baby. All right, well, Amber Rose, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it. You know, like I said, she was on super early. I did her first ever interview, and it's nice for us to have this full circle moment.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Lip service, surprise me.
Surprise me.